Hello and welcome back to Compelled to Impact. I'm Gina T, Spirit-led mentor. I'm here to listen to and convey what God's Spirit wants to ignite in each of us, learning and living a life of bold and unstoppable determination while we're here on this earth. I include myself because even after 7 decades, there's still so much to learn and implement. I'm certainly not done yet. And here we are at episode 115. I get excited because I never thought I was going to do this at all, much less over 100 times. Anyway, I'm calling this How to Have Relentless Fire with Fierce Devotion for Life. And it's a tribute to McKenna, our husky that we had to say goodbye to a couple of days ago. And today I'll tell you about the life of our family dog, McKenna, and what we've seen and learned through watching her perseverance and interactions with each person in each of us in all the years she's been with us. The thing about animals and what endears us to them that's often missing with other humans and sometimes even ourselves is that they don't have an agenda. Excuse me. Except maybe eating, playing, and sleeping. I woke up the other morning with the question of what I needed to do that day. I do that every day. I began thinking about my to-do list and saw something like a film over it that day that said, just be. I immediately felt peace deep inside to savor the moments. First, the moments I have in this sacred place before the day is filled with busyness, and then every moment after that, feeling the feelings of every up and down. You see, we've been witnessing and discussing McKenna, our husky's exit plan. She was in her 17th year, which in itself is a very long time for a female husky. Her body has acted like it was failing before, and we were able to provide different ways to make her life better. By we, I mean mostly my daughter Christina, who lovingly cares for McKenna's daily needs. My oldest son brought McKenna to us when he moved back from New Mexico. At that time, she was a year and a half and just about as crazy as any Siberian husky can be. There was suspicion that she was part wolf since there were wolves on the property where she was born. She definitely had attitude and was quite bossy with my other sons and their friends who were preteens and teenagers at the time. Yeah, she pretty much pushed them around and challenged everybody. She did feel a kinship with me and for some years would listen well, following commands and learning tricks. On the other hand, if the front door was open, she would bolt out of our cul-de-sac and sometimes dangerously run across a nearby busy street. The only way to get her attention was to drive as close as possible to her and open the back door of the car. She loved car rides and would get in as happy as can be. She definitely lived in the moment. So, reminder number one, live in the moment. Whatever you're given to work with, use that each day. Use it to focus and savor the moments you have, either with yourself or with others. Whether you have too much to do or more time and space to follow your thoughts and feelings, really live with complete presence of each experience. Don't try to multitask. It's such a lie. It's not as admirable as we'd like it to be. It's it's a big, big lie. Just do one thing at a time and put your all into it. As the 1973 Song of Seals and Crofts says, and it's called We May Never Pass This Way Again. Um, it does talk about uh, being present and aware and how that opens us up to hear The secrets of the universe whispered in our ears. I, I'd like to go off on that tangent and let you know what that really is about, but I will eventually, as we as I keep doing these videos, I will be talking about that. We get so busy we can't hear the whispers of the universe or the whispers of God in our heart, um, and the alignment in our souls. Okay, coming back. Siberian Huskies can often jump high. When she was about 12, McKenna used to jump on the patio table and sleep there during the day. We never thought she'd fall off, but she did. Her back legs were not working one evening. She couldn't even stand on them. So we spent the next day at the veterinary hospital. They told us she had a herniated disc and would need an $8,000 surgery, or she'd never walk again. Fortunately, I had worked with chiropractors for years and understood the mechanics involved. The next day, with a sling to carry her backside, we walked into the office and Dr. Michelle began muscle testing, then used the activator on her dog's spine and hips, so gently moving things back where they belonged. She was standing up the very next morning, and after a few months of about 6 more treatments and veterinary acupuncture for nerve damage, plus keeping her a little more contained, she was almost like new. Reminder number 2, never give up and don't be a paper doily. If you can think it, you can find a way to do it. This cat-like husky was independent and determined, usually with a single focus, and couldn't be kept down for long. Life is hard, and when it gets harder, you need to reach inside yourself to use every resource or effort you have to get through it. That's why when things are going along more easily, it's the best time to keep building habits for a stronger foundation to draw from at the time when you need it. When you take time and effort to strengthen your thoughts and emotions, it's easier to keep moving forward with the relentless fire and fierce devotion of perseverance in tougher times. I don't know if people use these anymore, but this, let me see. I have one right here. It's very old. My grandma made these. This is a doily. Yeah, this art is gone. I don't know how to do it, but this is a doily. Um, uh, it's decorative and useful to protect furniture. And then we have paper doilies. You've seen them in the stores. It looks kind of like that, kind of not. But if it gets wet, it's absolutely useless. I thought I had one. I don't. Um, and I just want to say sorry if I'm having a hard time speaking. It's only been a couple of days, and this past week was really, really rough taking care of a dog who seemed to be getting heavier and heavier. So it was hard to pick her up a lot, to move her and do what we needed to do. But, of course, we did it with our whole hearts. McKenna was 16 and a half years old. Her last couple of weeks were rough. Her back, hips, and legs were done. Her body was failing, and she showed signs of doggy dementia. It was time to make calls and find the best exit plan for her. My daughter and I did all we could do each day to keep her clean and comfortable. Giving her intensive care became part of the grieving process, which was actually a good thing because I feel like we feel like we're farther along in that process now. Excuse me. She was special to our family, growing up together with my children, often acting or acting out in similar ways. If you listen to episode 112, What is Love Anyway? You heard part of the story of the Velveteen Rabbit by Marjorie Williams Bianco, written in 1922. Love isn't just an emotion or a feeling, it's a choice. It's what you become. Unconditional, without expectations, you become real, authentic, and true on the inside. It changes you and the way you see others and the world around you. It's sort of like a movie that starts out in black and white and at some point becomes filled with colors, some you haven't even seen before. Authentic love isn't mushy or wimpy. It's built on gentle strength, with perseverance and relentless fire, with fierce devotion for life. That's what we're here for. It's being able to make decisions, sometimes tough decisions for the highest good, to walk away gracefully when necessary, to hold space for others and step back quietly to allow them to travel on their own journey and learn from their own experiences that will serve them best and help them stand firm with their own passion for life. And that's pretty much what parenting is. Um, Age appropriate, of course, but teaching, stepping back, and repeating that process so they can solidify their own journey, their own path, and their character, because that's what builds character, learning all these hard lessons. And that's the third reminder. Love lavishly, unconditionally, from your spirit through your soul. Truth and purity can't be denied. That covers every part of human frailty and flaws with grace and compassion. Wait, I think that was a bit of a plot twist at the end. So we said our final goodbyes to McKenna in the evening of February 28th. She was a good girl, loyal, and sprinkled with sassiness. I'm not going to lie. Getting older requires all these qualities of strength. Every year, the possibility of needing to say goodbye to people you know becomes more of a reality. We are here for a short time compared to eternity. Think, speak, and do the things that increase love in, through, and around you because nothing else really matters in the end anyway. I mean, nothing else matters. I appreciate you so much for listening. Thank you for subscribing and sharing with others who need to hear this. Leave a comment or connect with me. I will. Sometimes I don't see the comments right away, but I will answer them and respond as soon as I do. And I thought I had a copy of my book with me, but it's upstairs. So order my book, Be the Masterpiece, at bethemasterpiece.net. All this information will be in the description. Until next time, live excellently, give generously, and love lavishly. Goodbye.